Morning, good morning, good morning. Had to drop this daily rant a little earlier than usual because as with all the other rants, they're usually triggered by a tweet that I see on a specific subject, and the rants kind of go from there, right? They kind of drive themselves. So what is today's rant? What triggered today's rant? This tweet right here by Sergeant Jackson. It looks like he looked up some stats for Valorant, the game Valorant. And it says in the last 4 years, Valorant has banned over 3.6 million accounts for cheating, which is roughly one ban every 37 seconds. The game's developers say that the average cheater is caught and banned within their first 6 games. So this is Valorant, and if you know anything about the gaming space, Valorant is known to have the absolute gold tier standard of anti-cheats. So they're telling you, hey, we're banning a person every 37 seconds within the first 6 games. 3.6 million in the last 4 years. Now I want you to compare that to the BS that Call of Duty has been feeding its player base for the last 4 years with Ricochet. Every 6 months, we'll get an update from Ricochet that says, hey, we banned 60,000 people. 60,000, right? Sometimes it's less. Oh, hey, we banned 19,000. We banned 24,000. And we only get about 2 of those updates for the entire calendar year. So in a whole 12 months, they ban anywhere between 15,000 to, let's say, 70,000 people. At least that they're telling us, right? Because they love to brag about their numbers. So how is it that Valorant, with the absolute best anti-cheat, is in the millions? But Call of Duty is going to gaslight us and lie to our faces and say, we only catch a couple thousand every few months. You see, this brings me to a point that I've been making since way back in Verdansk. So we're talking 2020, 2021. When I started playing Warzone and we started getting into Season 3, Season 4, and remember Season 4 when the cheating got really, really bad for a while where like the game was unplayable? And then it kind of got under control somehow. But people were still dying suspiciously. And I remember one of the things I always said, I said after Season 4, Season 5 of Verdansk, all right? Verdansk. We're talking about 2021 here. I said, it feels like overnight, everybody's skill set just became damn near perfect. Almost everyone you played at that point, after like Season 4, Season 5, everyone had like perfect awareness. Everyone had like perfect shots. Everyone knew where everyone was. You ever had play a day of COD? Like I don't like you could play 8 straight hours. You ever spent hours one day just playing Call of Duty, and it feels like every lobby you're in, every fight you're in, every enemy you encounter, everyone is just like hyper aware. And I've heard plenty of creators say this as well, where they're just like, man, how is everyone so good all of a sudden? Because statistically speaking, everyone can't be that good, right? Like there's levels of good. But Call of Duty is the only game where like everyone is like elite. Everyone in every lobby, any day of the week, any time of the day, everyone is just elite. And it doesn't statistically make sense, right? So looking at this tweet and these statistics from Valorant, where they've banned 3.6 million in the last 4 years. And then it goes back to what I was saying about the community, right? So here's a tweet from Godku. He's another great creator. This was December 14th, which was 2 days ago. So many cheaters today, man. Sheesh. Just trying to be a chill guy out here. This seems to be like the community sentiment. It's every day. It's every single day, every single game. And this has been going on for years, right? Let me show you another one. This was from Sparrows over the weekend. This is Sparrows over the weekend, and he's doing these like live timing as he's playing. Game 1, hackers crashed the servers. Game 2, hackers crashed the servers. Yes, we loaded in after I sent the first tweet, and yes, it already happened again. Game 3, same team crashed the server again. Game 4, server crashed by hackers. This is every single day. Every single day this is happening. And there has not been a single word from Activision, from Call of Duty, from Microsoft, from Treyarch, from Raven, from no one. There's been no word on like, what is the situation with the anti-cheat right now, right? No one is saying anything. It's radio silence, right? And we can't even say, oh, well, it's the holidays, because they're still pushing out updates. They're still pushing out updates to the game. And I'm not just talking about the store. I'm talking about like they're pushing out updates to like weapons. They're pushing out updates to like stuff that's broken in the game. So there's clearly a team still on standby pushing out updates, right? Let me find another one. This is from FIFA. This next tweet is from FIFA Kill. Another really good player. So FIFA says, okay, so I'm by no means tech smart, but can anyone explain to me why the anti-cheat is so bad? Like, I get that maybe they maybe can't detect software for whatever reason, but why can't the game auto track headshot percents? If a person 55% plus headshot rate while using a fully auto weapon, they are 100%. I'm sure he meant they're 100% cheating, which is true. Nobody's shooting 55% headshots, right? Like, even if you're getting lucky, nobody's shooting 55% headshots. That would at least catch more people than the report system and not shadow as many innocent people, no? Something is fundamentally wrong with this game. We all know it. Some of us have known it a lot longer, but we have been called either, crazy, tinfoil hat, oh, you're just a bot, you're just getting slammed. No. Listen. Statistically, you cannot play a game on a map with over 100 players and you play 6, 7, 8 hours of that, right? So now you're talking about hundreds of players over those 8 hours, because the average game, if you win, lasts about 22 minutes. If you lose, it could be anywhere from as instant as the first minute you land to, let's say, on average 5 to 10 minutes. So think about how many games you'll play over 8 hours. If let's say you just average, okay, you last 12 minutes in every game, and you play for 8 hours. It is statistically impossible that over those 8 hours, over all those games you're gonna play, every lobby you play in with a different combination of 100 plus players, it's statistically impossible that everyone is just an elite player. It is statistically impossible. I have been calling this out for years now, like I said, since Verdansk. What up, Boom Slayer? I have been calling this out since Verdansk, saying, yo, there are more closet cheaters in COD than people want to admit. Because in Call of Duty, we got so used to cheating as looking for somebody who's like rage hacking, right? Aimbotting. What up, Warwick? So when we say that somebody's cheating, we're looking for the rage hacks. And it's just like, no. In Call of Duty, the majority of players, in my opinion, dating back to Verdansk, have been running walls or some kind of 2 or 3D radar. Because the hyper awareness in an average COD lobby does not make sense statistically. You are talking about hundreds of players, a combination of hundreds of players every hour, on the hour, every day. And everyone is just hyper aware of everyone's positioning at all times. That is not statistically possible. Like, go speak to anyone who works with data for a living, and they're going to tell you it is not statistically possible. Yo, Boom, everyone is too cracked. It's not statistically possible that everyone is that cracked. It's not possible. Especially, let's look at the data, the same data that people claim is real. They say that somewhere between 80 to 90% of the COD player base are casuals with an average KD of 0.85. That is a negative KD. 0.85 means you are dying more than you are getting kills. So how can the majority of the player base who is dying more than they are getting kills also have hyper awareness? If they had hyper awareness, they wouldn't be dying more. Like, yo, Warwick, the way this community gaslights itself, it makes sense why Call of Duty gaslit all of them 2 weeks ago with the whole blood thing with the hit registration. This community does it to itself. It does it to itself. This community will both tell you, hey man, kill cams cannot be trusted because they're not accurate, while literally telling you, hey man, here's a kill cam of somebody cheating. Bro, it's crazy because even when you think like, okay, you're a 175, like that makes you a higher end player. But even statistically, again, if you're a 175, there's statistically they can't fill your lobby with another 100 players who are also a 1.75 KD. There's not enough players. There's not enough players. They've shown us the charts. There are not. You're in the top 1%, as crazy as it sounds. You are in the top 1%. So how can you play lobby after lobby with a minimum of 120 players and everyone is a 1.75? Statistically, they're telling us that there's not that many players for them to fill that lobby for you. So you would have to be in a lobby with like, let's say 20 other players are like a 1.5, 1.6, 1.7. But then the other 100 players in your lobby would have to be lower ranked. But that's not the experience you're getting. You're getting the experience where everyone on the map is cracked. Everyone on the map is cracked. So then I'm just sitting there looking at the data like, okay, hold on a second. You guys are telling me that everyone is just really good at the game, and at the same time, 90% of the player base are casuals. Which is it? Because we can't have both. Everyone can be cracked, and also you're going to tell me the average KD in COD is 0.85. We cannot have both. So that's why, like, it brings me back to this first tweet. This first tweet from Valorant, which says, I'll bring it back up. In the last 4 years, Valorant has banned over 3.6 million accounts for cheating. Okay? 3.6 million. Call of Duty, the highest number I ever saw from Call of Duty, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just saying the highest number I saw, I think was like 70,000 players they said they banned one time. Facts, Warwick. Facts. Everyone you play, they're like World Series of Warzone, like ex-players. They're like CDL players. Everyone you play is just perfect. They know where you're going to rotate. They know where you're going to look. They know where you're going to peek. They know where to pre-aim. They have perfect recoil control, perfect tracking. Everyone I play is just perfect at the game. Everyone is perfect. Everyone is perfect. But then the same community is going to tell me, bro, the average COD player is a bot. The average COD KD is 0.85. That just proves my point. If we're really going to accept that the average player is a 0.85 KD bot, then I'm also going to tell you the average player is cheating in Call of Duty. And when I say average, I am literally talking in the millions. You know, in the hundreds of thousands, in the millions, the average Call of Duty player is cheating. Period. Point blank, period. Because Valorant is the gold standard for anti-cheats. They are the gold standard. They are the SEAL Team 6 of anti-cheats. They are the SEAL Team 6 of anti-cheats. So if Valorant is banning 3.6 million accounts for cheating over the last 4 years, that's about one ban every 37 seconds. And they ban cheaters within the first 6 games. Then how in the hell is Call of Duty going to sit there and tell me, oh, hey, every 6 months, they ban fucking 30,000 people? The numbers don't add up. Yeah, Warwick, it's like this generic, oh, 70K, 120K, 60K, 130K, 80K, 127K. It's like they hover in this weird number that just like, you could tell it's marketing. Someone in marketing, it's like the same way when you go to a store and they label something $19.99 versus $20. Psychologists in marketing have already explained that the $19.99 just seems like a more appealing savings than if you just put $20 on something. So that $19.95 sale always seems more visually appealing, and I believe that's what Call of Duty is doing when they use these random numbers. When they say, "Oh, look how many we banned," there is a visually appealing number that they are landing on, and that's what they're giving us. And I think it's bullshit. One, I don't even think they're banning that many people, and two, there's clearly more cheaters than whatever the hell they're saying they're banning. Like, the numbers just don't add up. The numbers will never add up to me. The experiences that players are having doesn't make sense. And that's the thing. If you're going to argue data with me, the data has to correlate to the experiences that people are having. And the experiences are not matching up with what the data is claiming. And it's just like, these are the frustrations that I have. This is why I'm not playing this game. I haven't played this game since November 27th. I haven't even booted it up, nothing. I haven't ran any updates on it. No, I've done nothing. I haven't logged into this game since November 27th. And I have no plans on doing it either. Because they haven't fixed anything. Like, like I said, look, like Sparrows. I'll bring up his tweet again. Sparrows was playing over this weekend. And this is the experience that everyone is having. Game 1, hackers crashed the servers. Game 2, hackers crashed the servers. Game 3, same team crashed the servers. Game 4, server crashed by hackers. It's everyone. Everyone is having this experience, which means right now, Warzone is literally infested with cheaters. Infested, okay? If you look up the word infested in a dictionary, it's fucking bad, all right? It's fucking bad. It's every single game, every player is having the same exact experience. Every game, cheater, hacker, cheater. Oh, they crashed the server. We beat the hacker team. They crashed the server. We killed the hacker team. They crashed the server. Oh, we got DC'd. Oh, we got shot through a wall. This dude aimbotted. This dude spin-botted. We got to stop playing this game until they fix it. Like, I'm telling you. Like, I understand. It's an addiction, man. It's a drug. I get it. Because, guys like Sparrows, I get it. This is how he makes his money. He's a full-time content creator. COD is the game he plays. I get it. Some people, they need this game. I understand. I'm logical. I'm going to be logical. But, like, this company doesn't see urgency when people don't stop playing, no matter how bad the game is. No matter how bad the game is, if people don't stop playing, Call of Duty doesn't see the need to approach this with urgency. What up, AP? And that's my point. I was on Reddit this morning, going through a whole Reddit thread of people who are like, yo, still having the hit reg issues, cheaters every game in rank, hackers crashing the servers in rank. If you kill a hacker, good luck. They're going to crash the server. So that's the new thing. You kill a hacker, they crash the lobby, you don't get SR. So now it's like, okay, so now you got to survive the hackers, and you can't kill them either. Because if you kill them, they crash the server, so you just wasted your time because you don't get any SR for that. Right? And it's everyone. Like I know COD has had like these weird, like, oh shit, COD is in the worst state ever. We probably say this yearly at this point with every game. We said it with MW3, we said it with MW2. But I think I can quite frankly say that when you compare Verdansk, Vanguard, MW2, MW3, I think right now this is the worst state it's been, because it's like so many like foundational problems, right? It's the cheating is the worst that it's been, and no one's addressing it. We got the hit registration issue, which they still haven't addressed. Instead, all they did was they disabled the blood. So now you can't see if you're actually hitting somebody, which, again, I don't know what the logic is behind that, but okay, sure. Now we can't even see if we're hitting people. Just the overall server sync. Everybody's playing at like 80 FPS, which doesn't make any sense either. Yeah, it's like a challenge now, AP. It's like we say, yo, the game is bad, and then Activision is like, hold my beer, and they make the game worse. So they could be like, we can go lower than this. We can literally go lower than bad. But it's just like I think this is the word. Like at this point, between the server issues, the hit reg, the cheaters, the audio being terrible, the map not rendering in. The only way this game gets worse right now is if it literally doesn't boot up. And that might actually be a blessing, personally. Like, if COD didn't open for anyone right now, that would actually be the best scenario. If nobody could just play COD right now. Because that might actually make them fix the fucking game. The game not booting up might make them fix the game. And I feel like that's what we need to get to. Because I'm going to tell you right now, this is why this whole rant, I'm calling bullshit on their anti-cheat. Because if they come back, whether, let's say it's today, tomorrow, next week, it doesn't matter. Whenever they come back and address the cheating problem, I swear to God, if they come back and give me some low-ass number, like we banned 50,000 players, I'm calling bullshit right there. Because there's no way every single ranked player is fighting hackers every game, and you're going to turn around and tell me, yeah, we banned 50,000 players. That number needs to be no lower than like 200K minimum. Minimum. That number cannot be less than 200K minimum. Because right now, playing ranked, listen, props to all of you who are still playing ranked, but that's some psychotic shit right now. With the state of the game, you got to be on some psychotic shit to play ranked right now. Between cheaters, hit reg, audio, server lag, server disconnects, dev errors, map not rendering. That's some psychotic shit. Like there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. I haven't even logged into it, Boom Slayer. I haven't even logged into rank. I'm bronze 1, 0 SR. Like I said, I haven't even booted up the game since November 27th. Last time I played with AP and Legacy, and I haven't played since then. Yeah, facts, Warwick. That's what I used to do. I used to warm up in custom lobbies, and then, we all used to go live and run some games. And I started to notice that too. I would go into custom lobbies, and I'm literally packet bursting in a custom lobby. So it's like what are we supposed to do right now? Like, I don't understand. They're not saying anything. That to me, that's the craziest part, right? Because if you look at every other game right now that dropped updates, so Fortnite dropped a big update, right? They brought OG back and a bunch of stuff and all those first-person modes. And Fortnite, they have their support Twitter account. Yo, that account has been active every minute of every day since all those modes dropped, responding directly to people with issues. And they be telling them, yo, send us clips, send us pictures, send us, let us know what's going on. And then you see, like, within an hour, they have responses for people. Hey, do this to fix it. Here's the fix for this. Hey, we just deployed an update for this. They're on top of it. Delta Force. People were complaining about SBMM with Delta Force. Delta Force instantly responded with the way their SBMM works. People were complaining about something else with Delta Force. Boom, Delta Force responded within, it was like a couple hours or a day. Hey, we patched this, blah, blah, blah. All these other companies are like on top of it, right? And then there's Call of Duty. We've had these problems since Warzone dropped December 1st. The hit reg issues, the audio, everything. And Call of Duty has not said a goddamn word. Not a fucking word about anything. Like, y'all don't think that's beyond disrespectful as paying customers? Like, because we are paying customers. And I don't want to hear from anybody with this whole, when you bought the game, you agreed to the... Listen, I'm a paying customer. Don't play that semantics bullshit with me. If I pay you for something, I expect it to work the way you pitched it to me. If it doesn't work the way you pitched it to me, I'm telling you right now, you're wasting your time trying to read disclaimer bullshit with me. All right? I'm the type of person that I'll punch you in your fucking mouth and be like, fix it. All right? I do not care about your little fine print bullshit. All right? Because they have never hesitated to brag about, hey, we made fucking $3 billion with BO6. They were cool bragging about the money they made. They were cool with that. But then when it comes to fixing the game that they just made $3 billion on, they've been radio silent. So I don't want to hear shit from anybody about fucking user agreements and bullshit disclaimers that we all agreed to play the game. I don't want to hear any of that bullshit from anybody. All right? If you're gonna brag about the fucking money, then give me the product I paid for. Fix the shit. All right? But that's it. I just wanted to rant about that because that Valorant tweet like just set me off, and I was just like, bro, Valorant is banning 3.4 million players, and Call of Duty is banning like 19,000, and we're supposed to pretend that there's only 19,000 people cheating in Call of Duty. Like, there's 19,000 people cheating in Call of Duty this hour. Like, that's per hour. That's not per day. That's not per week. This hour, there's 19,000 cheaters on Call of Duty. And Call of Duty will be like, hey, in the last 6 months, we banned 19,000 people. It's a joke. It's literally a joke. And they're playing in your faces. They are playing in your faces. And I'm not the kind of person, don't play in my face. I'm not playing in my face. Especially when I'm paying my money for this shit. Don't play in my face. All right? Like, I know for a fact I will never get invited to a COD event. I will never be that person. I can make the greatest content in the world, and I promise you, I will never get an invite. Because I'm not the kind of person that I don't let people play in my face. I'm not any of these content creators. They talk all this shit online, but when they get invited out to the studios, they turn into children. And that's not me. I'm not built like that. But that's it. That's my rant for today. I usually do these in the car, but I had to share some tweets. So I did it from home. But that's it. That's all I got.